Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want to talk about a subject that is very serious. A lot of us do the less lethal and the byrna, and then a lot of us do the guns, and then some is smart enough to do both. Like they carry their major gun, but they depend on their less lethal, which I think is the best mindset anyway. But what if you're a felon, or you don't have access to a gun, or you have states where the gun laws are very strict, and you know the less lethal is your best solution. But there's a situation with a real gun, let's say that bank situation or that shooting situation. Is that better to have that? Yes and no. This is what I think. If you got a gun situation, you need a gun to stop that gun situation. You need the actual force when there's life, and when it comes to life and death. But if you have less lethal, and I put a lot of money in my less lethal, and sometimes just a gun, but I'm in a process now that I feel like I need a gun as my last resort to carry. At least have it in the car, and then, but depend on my less lethal. That's kind of where I want to be. Have my less lethal. I use that, but if that's not enough, which is very hard to see that you can survive less lethal, but if that's not enough, then yes, I'm gonna go to my gun. But what if you just have your byrna? And this is where I am not an expert in. I have no training in weapon retention and weapon. I have no military background. This is just an ordinary person who has a less lethal and a gun situation. First thing first, for me, I don't think I would show that less lethal. If that person is have somebody point blank, unless I know for a shadow of a doubt, I know a shadow of a doubt I can take that person down with my less lethal to the head. PepperBall to the head, less lethal to the head, unless I know for a shadow of doubt that I can stop that person with my weapon. If I think I can hit them 3 good shots, let's say with the best PepperBall Pava that I can find, which I need to get like an upgrade version of the best PepperBall. I know some people say Duke, some people say Byrna Max, some people says another one. But if I know that I have the hottest thing going and I can hit them, and it makes them blink their eyes and move, it gives people enough time to get out of the way and run. Then yes. But if I'm not a sure shot and I don't have enough confidence, I would not risk it. I thought about that. I was watching Hard to Hurt by Ice and Mike, and they were doing less lethal, and they always do the videos where they shirtless and they taking it. Realistically, nobody's gonna be shirtless robbing people. They're gonna have clothes, coats, that PepperBall got to, or that kinetic got to be able to do the job. Now that's where you can tune up stuff, max it out, all that stuff. You know, if byrna's not strong enough, you can max it out to a point and it really does hurt. But that's another topic for another day. Something is better than nothing. I know in my bag, I carry a byrna, I carry a Mace PepperBall spray gun. It looks like a little gun, and then I carry I can't think, Palms PepperBall spray. I know within 3 of those things, it's going to do something. And then, for good measure, I have my brass knuckles. I'm gonna stay weapon up. And then in my car, I got zip-tied handcuffs. So I believe in being prepared. I'm about to buy a tactical whip. Because before I even got into less lethal, I was into I always been into self-defense. I always have weapons of some kind, a karate knife. I've always had these things, so it's always been the essential part of who I am. Then last year I added, PepperBall as a, now I'm kind of like, okay, I need something a little bit more. But I don't want to take a life, but just in case. Now, my theory is, if somehow there's a situation where I just need a gun, it's really situational. When people, they make it all or nothing, like you gotta have a gun or have nothing at all. If that person is going and they fight and you tell them to stop and they about to fight, then by all means, use that PepperBall, use some kinetic to stop that crowd. But if they about to, they look like they got guns, one, I hope you can get out of the situation. Then two, you may need that gun. Or three, you hit them with that PepperBall so good, and you be able to get away that, that may be a solution. So everything is not a one size fits all. It's different situation. But I just for me, I don't want to take a life, but if I have to, I have to. But I think a less lethal is more incapable of deterring somebody, and they gonna stop. And I watch a lot of videos of people take these shots. Heck, I saw somebody gave it to a bear, a bear, a full-size, bear, and it made them stop. So if it can stop a bear, it can stop a human being. But even if you have a real gun, it's no guarantee. It's no guarantee that you can get them. They may get you before you get them. So it's a lot of situational. It's a lot of, hey, I gotta play this smart, because this, where I am now, I'm officially in the hood. I may need something a little bit stronger. I think the average person is not packing heat like that, so your less lethal would do you just well. But let's say I'm going to this nightclub, and something about ego and alcohol do not mix. And I'm not knocking anybody who drink alcohol, but usually a lot of bad decisions happen. And I've seen a lot of things pop off over the years because of ego and alcohol. Men and women. They mad about something, they get the alcohol, and it just makes their personality come out just a little bit more, and then a situation happen and all this stuff happen. But less lethal, it has its place. I would definitely see in a a crowd situation, and a lot of times, a lot of gun situation happen just people just revving up. But if you can stop that crowd, if you can stop the sight and sound of any person, which is they can't see or they can't breathe, or you can mess with the equilibrium, then they can't fight. It's the same in martial arts. If you can't see, you can't breathe, you can't fight. And if I have that ability, then so be it. So, I'm definitely, my state is very favorable for guns. So definitely, want that. And I definitely go through the process of getting a gun and, doing the class. And most of the class is situational, like, use your head. But it's still very good. But, you may need something additional with a gun. But most of the time, I think you could just do it with a less lethal. And at least like this new Byrna LE, which is pretty powerful. I just don't see how, if I hit you with 8 kinetics all up in here, you're not going to go down. I can't see it. It's just not. And you see all the people that talk about, well, guns and this and gun that. I want to see one gun person who's against Byrna say they not, only take the chest. Anybody could take one in the chest, but I want them to see if they could take 5 back to back to back. And then it goes from here to here. Let's say we can put something over the head to protect it. But I want to see if they can withstand it. And I don't think they can. So that's my opinion. Have a good one.